No, I have not quit YouTube. Hi guys, welcome in and/or welcome back to my channel, Home of Christy T. I'm Christy T, interior designer, content creator, and lover of all things home, decor, and DIY. I have been missing in action for several weeks, and if you've been keeping up with my channel, then you know that. So today I wanted to bring you guys along to not only show you some of the updates that I've made, not only in my office, but as well as my entire home, and pretty much just give you guys an explanation and talk to you about where I've been and what's happening with Home of Christy T and just in general in my life. So without further ado, let's get started. So the very last thing that I actually shared with you guys was the installation of these wall panels, and I can happily say that they are still up, as you can see in these clips here. I haven't done much to this living room except move furniture around since that video, and I also hung up the artwork that I shared with you guys, and I moved a console top over here, and as of today I am loving how this looks. It feels intentional, it feels cozy, and it's definitely giving the modern contemporary transitional vibes that I was going for in this area. Now, one thing we haven't done in this space, which we really wanted to achieve, was to purchase a new couch. Now, I have had my eye on several different couches from several different companies, but we have yet to settle on the one that we actually want to purchase. We are looking for a sectional in specific, but one with the removable chase that can be reversed on either side. Just because of being military families, you never know what the configuration of your home would look like, so we definitely want something that can live and grow with us. Other than that, this space is complete. Now, on the opposite side of the room, if you remember from the original house tour, you may remember this space right here. I always knew that this would be a separate seating space, but this wall right here is something I wanted to create a beautiful built-in bookcase looking effect. And these are the inspiration pictures that I had for that project. My idea was to use the IKEA Bailey bookcases that I used in my office to create this built-in kind of cabinet look, but I wanted to use books in here instead, but I have not done that, and so I'm thinking to alternate to doing this project instead. I've always liked the look of the ultra matte black thin frames with the black and white pictures inside, so I'm thinking this is honestly what I may end up doing on that wall, and just like adding a little bit of greenery, some library picture lights, and just really making a whole vibe over there dedicated to just like the memories of me and my husband. Moving on to my dining room, another space you guys may remember from the tour is this dining room space. There were no pendant lights up here and only had just like the standard big lights, the fan that was in here, and personally they aren't my favorite, and I really wanted a way to make this space feel more cozy, so I did these DIY pendant lights, and I'm going to show you how I did it. Now for this project, you're going to be needing a few things, which is one, the pendant lights themselves. I picked these up from Lowe's for about $14. You're also going to be needing the Velcrow command strips. You guys know these are my favorite. I use them for the wall panels, and I highly recommend them when it comes to projects like this. And once you have that, you're just going to go ahead and take everything out. You will also need a pencil just so you can mark the location of where you want to put things, but it comes with a really long cord and connecting cords as if you were going to wire this. But because this is renter friendly, you already know we're not doing that. We're just going to tuck those cords away. You can cut them off if you want to, but just to keep them if you want to for a future project when you do move into something where you want to wire it. But we're just going to go ahead and take off this metal bracket and adjust the cords to be the height that I want to have them in my kitchen. Once you have everything adjusted to your desired length and height for your space, you're just going to go ahead and attach this silver metal bracket back on using the screws provided. Once again, I am using just this hand screwdriver here. You don't need any major power tools to accomplish this project, and it is very easy and very beginner friendly. As you can see, I have all of my cords just tucked in underneath because I do want to save these in case we move, and I can install them there. It just makes the longevity of this project a little bit more eco-friendly because then you don't have to throw it away if you decide to move or to change places. Now it's time to apply our Velcro command strips. Once again, I highly recommend using these. It's just going to make it a lot easier to detach them once it's time to move out or take these down. You're just going to use these as you normally would by attaching two together, and I use 2 sets of command strips on each of these bars. I am installing 2 lights, so a total of 4 sets that I used to make sure that everything was nice and sturdy. You can optionally choose to cut off the little tab if you don't want that to be seen, but just keep in mind that once it's time to move out, it might make it a little bit more difficult to come down if you pull it off. Finally, with this project, obviously you're not connected it to any wires and or doing any wiring in your renter apartment. Obviously, that you're going to purchase these battery operated bulbs. Now I picked these up from Amazon. They come with a remote and they are dimmable, which I really like. They have 2 shades on them, so you can either do like a white or you can do a warm white. I actually think I purchased a warm white, but I will be leaving these linked down below for you guys if you decide to pick them up yourself. And this is what they look like after they are fully installed. Like I said, my bulbs came with a remote, so you can easily turn them on and off. And you'll notice that on the ceiling, I left the sticky tabs off the side just because I want it to be easier when I move out. But I am loving these, and they are the perfect addition to our renter and to give it that overall cozy feel. Another area of my home that you guys have not quite seen yet, you probably saw it in the original tour video, which is linked up here if you guys are interested in watching the home tour when we first moved in. Is my outdoor space. So I have a screened-in back porch with this house. And when we moved in, I really loved the amount of sunlight that was coming in for my plants, but I have since moved all of my plants to the front porch just because it gets the better light, and I really want this space to feel a little bit more relaxing. So I brought over these bamboo reed panels that I purchased while I was in Japan. I brought these proactively, and I knew I wanted to eventually put them up on my porch. So I am using these fish hook screws to attach them into the wood beam, and let's just say that the first try of trying to get these up wasn't successful. So if you guys have been curious about where I have been after completing the bathroom transformation in my mom's house, it was time for a break for sure. After all the editing and recording and just everything that went into making those videos happen, I really needed a break mentally from YouTube and just all of that process. So that's what I took, and that's where I have been. But also a lot of things have been going on in life, so stay tuned. My hook, I don't know, it didn't break, but the wood or whatever it went into wasn't very sturdy. Even though these aren't that heavy, it just pulled right out. So we're gonna do a take 2 on that. I have lots of these. I will leave these linked down below for you guys. They're just these little gold little hooks, like fisher hooks, and they have a screw bit on the end. Now once that was done, I was repeating those same steps to complete the other 2 panels I needed to install, but to cut off this excess trim on the top, I used the scissors to score the bamboo and then a pair of pliers to just break it, and it snapped really easily. Now to install these screws into your wood, this only works if you have wood, but I am using a spade, which is basically a sharp ice pick type tool, and it helps to make an indentation into your wood. And then I'm just using my hand and a set of pliers to twist that S hook or C hook into the wood itself until it's nice and taut, and simply go ahead and hang your panels from there. The nice thing about using these reed bamboo shades is that if you do need to cut them, you can in fact just use a standard pair of scissors as you see me doing here. However, on some of the bigger rolls, when I know I needed to cut the entire panel down to size, you can simply take them to your miter saw if you have one to just do a complete chop, and it cuts nice and clean. So this is how I got the Roman shades look. I'm going to take up the bottom one more just so it hangs up a little bit higher, and then you just skip a few every one and then use the black zip tie. I did the same thing on this end here. And I'm gonna go in and put a few more supports so that this one isn't the only one holding it, because as you can see, it starts to swag here. So I want to make sure it's nice and supported. So yeah, I'll show you guys what that looks like once it is done, and then yeah. And this is what everything was looking like once I was done. I did have to trim a few panels and even this very small corner piece on the end to make everything fit. Overall, I'm very happy with this project and happy that I completed it. So the final room that I want to show you guys and just pretty much talk about, and not fully show you because I have pre-recorded videos that you guys haven't seen yet of the office, and it includes like things you can see here in my background as of right now. Don't mind my beautiful disco hat back there. But I have made a lot of changes to the office and made a lot of upgrades and kind of pulled it together. There's still a couch that's missing in here, and there's still a couple of things I wanted to do in here, but I have been saving all of those videos as far as the office goes so that you guys can see them when we hit 1,000 subscribers. And I know, I'm sorry, I apologize if that seems selfish, but I thought that it would be a great reward for reaching 1,000 subscribers because we are so close. I think as of today we are sitting at 940 subscribers, and that's just crazy to me. But we're almost there and it's coming, so I hope that you guys will bear with me so that this space will be just kind of a reveal as we hit 1,000 subscribers, and you guys will be able to either do a live with me. Comment down below which one you think would be a great option, if we do a live reveal of the room, or just like a live watching together where I'll do the full video, obviously doing the final reveal of the office and all the projects that I have done since you guys have last seen it. And then you guys can ask questions, we can talk about it, but comment down below if that's something you're interested in. As of today, once again, this is where we're at. I hope that you guys can accept that. And also, I think one of the questions I got was about my garden. Yes, I have started my garden. Yes, I have vegetables growing. This year I have started growing tomatoes, onions, green onions, cucumbers, string beans, mint, and bell peppers. Have I gotten any fruit from that yet? No, not yet, except my mint. I have lots of mint leaves, but other than that I haven't gotten anything, so stay tuned for that. Right now I am using buckets for planting, but I want to eventually transition into a raised planter bed, and that will be coming too, because that's going to be a DIY project I want to complete with you guys. So all of that to say that I hope you guys will continue to bear with me and to just stick around, because more content is coming. Life has once again just been lifing lately, a lot of just things that I don't talk about and or share with you guys, but content is coming, content is being made, and I hope that you guys will stick around because there are some big things happening in my life right now, so just stay tuned for that. So as always, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Once again, check out all the links down below for the projects that I have completed in the house as of today. And as far as the videos that I've shared, if you want to catch up or ask me questions about things that I've already done in the house, feel free to comment down below. But I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.